Good morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog. And yeah, this is amazing. This is a GR Corolla here, 300 horsepower. It's a 3-cylinder turbo, and it's got obviously 1, 2, 3 exhaust tips. Thank you to Bob Tyler for this amazing car. And the one seen here is the premium, so it does not have the carbon fiber roof, it just has the steel roof. So it does weigh 22 pounds more than the circuit edition, but as you can see, 3 cylinders, 1, 2, 3. But it does have a nice big turbo, 300 horsepower. It is all-wheel drive, and it does have, it is the Gazoo Racing 4, so it is all-wheel drive. Look at that. She is hippie. That is amazing. I love this in the black, but look how wide that is. That's just huge right there if you compare it to the side and the front. How that rocker just pulls that all together, which is amazing. But I imagine you could probably get some more air in here. Comes from in here and then obviously into there and back down into there. You can't see the turbo, but it is back in there. This does have some interesting layout in the back. So with the trunk lid, you can see there's the release button there. The seats do fold down, and then you've got obviously the rubber mat. But what the really interesting thing is, it's got all this stuff to tell you what you can put and can't put in there, which is pretty interesting. But here's the really interesting part. It's got a nice load floor, but since they want weight distribution, you've got the battery located back here. They relocated it, but you have all these nice little cubbies. But then if you lift this whole thing up, then you just have the regular floor, unfinished. Sorry about the light, but it is dark today. But you just have that regular load floor. But then in here, you just have these areas where stuff just falls down. It does not have a power trunk release, but or closer. Well, it's just still a Corolla, anywho. So, but with that 3-cylinder and that exhaust, you can see it comes right up in the middle, comes out that way. That one does have that valve on it to open it up, and then the others just come straight out. So I think at higher RPM, this one opens up and allows, but that's a pretty big exhaust tip for a 3-cylinder turbo, I will say that. Really comfortable interior. It's got this nice kind of cloth. On a day like today where it's really cold out, it'll be welcomed as opposed to putting your hand on hard plastic. It does have this nice kind of suede Alcantara seats, and it does say GR right there, and right there, and right there, and in the gauge cluster as well. It shows it as well. This car does have the heated seats there and there. It's a little hard to see. It's pretty dark in here. No sunroof in these cars. You cannot get a sunroof. And the steering wheel is heated. It does have this, which is intelligent manual transmission. And what that does is it uses obviously the 6-speed that's standard, and it does rev matching. It does have automatic climate control, but it is nice. It's manual adjusted seats. The infotainment is the same as you'll see in the video with the Grand Highlander and the Venza. So it's all the same. It does have a regular parking brake. It does have this, which is 70-30 torque split, front and rear. Then if you put it to the rear, it goes 30-70, so it does 70 in the back. But if you push for track, it does a full 50-50 split. And obviously you have your drive modes up here and your traction control off on here. And it does have the auto headlights and the cruise control, just like all the other Toyota products with the Safety Sense 3.0. It does not skimp in the back. You got a really deep cup holder here. That's really deep. You don't have a ton of rear seat room, but again, it is a Corolla. The only thing that's missing is the center console armrest, but you do have 2 ports here for charging, and your lid here, center console with that cup holders in there. So if you wanted to have a bunch of drinks back there, you can do that. You got a vent right here to vent out air. In the Circuit Edition, you'll notice that it has 2 vents right there. This does not have that because this is the premium version. But yeah, 300 horsepower out of a 3-cylinder turbo, which is pretty amazing. And the really interesting thing with this is it's 25 pounds of boost. So years ago, it does have a prop rod. Years ago, I had several Chrysler products that had the 2.2 turbo, and those were I think 14 pounds of boost was the max. So I can't imagine, those head bolts on this thing must be as thick as my thumb to hold that head on. And there's your intercooler right there, and you've got just a little bit of a chin spoiler, and then you've got a little air here to vent out into there, and obviously the GR badge on this side. You've got this here, and you've got another one back here. So 2 things. This disrupts the airflow here to make this area clean in rain, so it doesn't accumulate dirt on here. And the same thing with the back. It doesn't seem like it would do much of anything, but this little streak right here disrupts air here to keep this clear in the dirt and the snow and everything like this, because it's all-wheel drive. It's fast, and so yeah, you can go take it rally and have a good time with it. But just look how wide that is. That's incredible. Just when you look at the back of how wide that is, it's just amazing, especially when you look down at the regular body line, and then you come down and you have this big expanse, and then obviously you have that big trim on the door. Yeah, so that's really nice. All in all, such a great car. But they had to make it wider because this has the Pilot Sport 4s on it, which is a good all-season tire, but they are the 235 40s, so much wider than you get standard. Obviously, since it's a Toyota, it's going to obviously be incredibly reliable, but it does have complimentary maintenance for the 2 years. This particular vehicle has the Toyo Guard Platinum program on it as well, so you get additional up to 60,000 miles for maintenance on here. So your maintenance is covered for 60,000 miles. If you really wanted to trick it out and take it to the track, it does have this cool little area right here, and the headrest obviously goes up and down, so you could put your harnesses through there like that and just go out and have a good time. Some of the Morizo edition eliminates the rear seats completely, and the Circuit edition includes red stitching those vents, and I think the brakes are a little bit bigger, but the power all stays the same. But yeah, this car just looks awesome. Also on that Circuit edition, on the intercooler, it says Gazoo 4 across the intercooler. It's painted on there. On this one, it does not have it. But as far as an everyday super usable, fun, tossable car for a couple or somebody who's single. Obviously, if you have kids, it's not going to be something you're going to be putting your children back there. It's just kind of small because it is a Corolla, but for an everyday usable car, you got all-wheel drive. You can put snow tires on it if you live up north, and just drive it. It's Toyota reliability. It's quick. It's fun. It's really efficient. They claim 24 on the highway, but I've seen 31 before on other reviews that I've looked at. So that's what they're claiming, but people have seen 31 at highway speeds. So yeah, this is just a great little car. Got a nice little spoiler here. You got your satellite antenna and everything like that. But yeah, really interesting car. Really brave of them to bring this out. There's not a lot of these around. We had a red one. It is now gone. I don't think this one's going to last very long either. It's in a very desirable color, because obviously being black, if you wanted to wrap it, your shut lines would still be black in here. So if you wanted to wrap it a different color, you could do that and it would just look great. So, well, this is going to wrap it up. I appreciate you watching this. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I got a lot more content coming, and lots of cool, interesting things coming. I will give you a Rivian update on my Rivian. I do have 41,000 miles on it now, and it is literally flawless. It is an incredible truck. But again, thank you. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.